Are we live?
Yes, we are recording.
Can I just want to say something right now. You're here with my husband, right? Why did he buy 9-alcoholic beer?
They can't tell.
No. Listen, let me tell you. No, but I could tell. Zero. No. Why would you want all the calories and none of the benefits? I want to get drunk.
It's Thanksgiving week. You know the calories.
I don't care. Then this is the wrong thing. We should have stuck to water. What is this?
Water's good for you. This is water.
No.
Water
Anyways, Mike, you wanted to record. Hello, everybody. This is an impromptu griot de mango. Yo, I can't believe that you like that album so much that you felt
I like it. I
compelled.
did not say I like it.
Baby, if we're reviewing it, it's not because you dislike it.
Let's see if I do like it. I do want to talk about, before we even start talking. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we are here to review the GNX album by Kendrick Lamar. It was released on Friday, November 22nd.
Yes.
12 tracks.
It's about 45 minutes.
45. Quick album, quick listen. And yeah, so here to talk about it. We're here to review it. Do you want to recap Kendrick's year, or does it matter?
Well, I mean, unless you've been under a rock.
Some people have.
Okay.
Depending on who sees this, some people might be like, almost did something.
Well, we kind of have to start with Drake and J. Cole in order to do the whole thing. Drake and J. Cole dropped a song together, which I still love.
What, the first person, whatever?
First person shooter.
That's cool.
And and they mentioned, the big three. I don't think it was a diss, in my opinion. But Kendrick thought otherwise. So Kendrick jumped on a song with Future, name of the song.
I like that.
And he went crazy. Mm-hmm. And went at J. Cole and Drake.
They're like marches, right? March, right?
Yes. Then J. Cole felt compelled to respond immediately, but then took it back. And a mixtape that says might delete later. People forgot that even dropped this year.
7-minute, whatever, freestyle.
Correct.
Right.
Do you remember that he even dropped that tape?
The other day I had thought about it. I was like, yeah, he did drop that tape / By the way, sidebar. We're gonna get to this later, but people need to start talking about what's a tape, what's an album, the tape.
Yeah, who cares? It's all at this point.
That'll be a conversation for later. That'll be a combo for later.
And then right after that, Kendrick came at first with Euphoria, right?
How light skin I am compared to being brown skin.
You're not, no baby, you're brown. And then after Euphoria, then Drake.
Drake's light skin.
Actually, he's biracial. There's a difference, but we're not gonna get into that.
He's biracial. Sorry, no, but yes, sorry. Continue.
And then they had a back and forth, and Kendrick pretty much won the beef with Not Like Us. Not Like Us is probably the biggest record of the year.
Definitely the biggest record.
Probably. I don't think there's which record would be bigger than Not Like Us this year, or even there with Not Like Us.
I haven't heard of a record so far bigger.
I would say
Shaboozy's up there though. Shaboozy.
But that's a country song.
Are you talking about strictly hip hop?
Yeah. Because if I'm talking all genres, then I would say maybe Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso. I would say Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather. But I'm talking about specifically.
Espresso's fine. You want to go to Espresso?
That's not my cup of tea.
I like espresso.
Actually, that's not my cup of espresso.
I like espresso. Yeah, you love coffee. You're a coffee.
I do.
Coffee Nazi.
But relax, we're not using that N-word.
But there is some being used on this album. So yeah. GNX was released.
Before GNX was released, then it was announced that Kendrick was chosen as the performer for the halftime Super Bowl show in February of 2025. In New Orleans.
Which is a life response to the Super Bowl line on First Person Shooter.
I just want to say, everybody, for those that don't believe in the stars and the moons and stars, Kendrick was born, June 17? By the way, I'm saying this all at the top of my head. I have no notes written. I know this like the back of my hand. He is a petty Gemini.
Yeah.
Geminis are not afraid to be the villains.
He was born a day after Tupac.
Yes.
Which I'm sure.
You know who's also a Gemini? Tupac, as you just mentioned.
June 16.
Kanye. Yeah. Biggie.
Yes.
I believe Jadakiss.
Yes.
Remy Ma.
Yes.
I think they're all Geminis.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is he don't care. He said what he said. Oh, he also had that big pop-out show over the summer in LA where he had
on Juneteenth.
Yes. Come on, man. Come on, man.
So springtime he had the quote unquote battle. Pop out show was Juneteenth or whatever.
And you know how I knew Drake messed up?
The slavery thing.
Yup, when he said the slave line.
Well, I think we'll get into it later because the album.
And let me tell you, I can't even shit on Drake because Drake is Drake. At the end of the day, Drake is Drake, and he tried.
What is it?
Kendrick was pettier and more strategic.
What do you mean Drake is Drake? What does that mean?
I mean Drake. This battle does not define his career. His career is his career. He's a legend forever. He gave us a bunch of hits. He is him. But, sometimes, you poke the bear.
Yeah, don't poke certain bears. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. We had a battle this year. It went from, highs and lows to a victor to a pop-out show to a Super Bowl announcement. And we thought, I don't know what you would think.
And that's the ultimate joker. Like,
I don't know what you thought, but for me, I was prepared to wait till February for Kendrick album.
No, not me.
He spaces out some of his albums.
No, I knew he would release before the Super Bowl. That's just smart because you want to be able to perform at least one of your new songs at the Super Bowl.
No, I get it, but I didn't think it'd be November. I did not think that. I did not.
I was thinking about something. Maybe like a week ago. Cardi B announced.
I'm sorry.
Cardi B announced that she wasn't gonna drop this year. And now I'm thinking like maybe she knew.
I don't even think about her music no more.
I don't either. But I'm thinking about it now. I'm just like, maybe she knew. And she was like, nah, I gotta get out the way for Kendrick.
I guess she didn't exist in musically. No, I know her more for arguing with her husband and taking him back and then arguing again. That's not.
And side note, I want to say something. 2024 has been a very low year for hip hop. I mean, the beginning of the year, I believe we didn't even get like a #1 record until Not Like Us, right?
Hip hop, I don't think so. The last few years, you will see the data. It's been this many months.
A big decline.
Yeah, but rap is dead. I mean,
but that's what I want to get to. Guys, man, rap is on a decline. When you think about the good hip hop that's out there, what you're actually listening to, pay attention to the artists that you're talking about. Most of them are not artists that just started out at least 5 years ago. A lot of them are just artists that have been around. That says something. That means that the new talent is not getting you excited. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that people are using hip hop to get money and they're not doing it for the art. There's no integrity in this. For a lot of people, there's just a money grab.
Oh, yes. It's been that way for a while.
Listen, this year, what albums came out that were that impactful for you? I mean, I know a lot of people like the Doechii album.
Yeah, she's doing well. She's nominated for a few Grammys too.
And this is right off the head. I don't have anything in front of me.
I haven't sat with it yet, but last week Corday dropped the I like some of his songs, but I didn't sit with it fully.
I think we had Blue List by Schoolboy Q. I didn't like the album.
I didn't care for it either. People are.
You remember ASAP Ferg just dropped an album. Nobody talked about it because it wasn't good. Sorry. Like, it's just.
I would say the last rap album from someone that's on a quote unquote either major label or tied to a major label was 2022 Joey Badass. Other than that, if you're talking major label, then yeah, that's 2022. Major labels, underground, sure, people are still dropping.
I mean, underground is
independent
thriving.
People still doing their thing.
But major releases, I mean, we had in the girls, Glorilla, Lotto, Megan, they dropped. And I was underwhelmed, even though I love me some Glorilla. I love me some Glorilla. I love me some Glorilla. I love her.
If I forget,
let her cook.
If I forget, remind me. But there aren't too many on the major label hunt that are dropping consistently in the last few years. But we'll see. But I mean, regardless, here we are now. We are here.
So we're here, and we're gonna listen to it with you guys. You don't have to play the whole song, by the way.
I'm gonna add some lighting. But yeah, I just want to say before we even start playing songs, I want to get first impressions. It's been 2 days, so because you might get different impressions on a re-listen. So first and foremost, from the time you heard it on Friday till now, your first impressions Dislikes or questions?
My first impression, I'm going back and I'm thinking, wow, this is really good. Wow, he went West Coast. He is right. Yo, congratulations to the West Coast because he went real hyphy in a lot of the songs. He put on a lot of West Coast artists that a lot of people don't know about. Me personally, I don't know most of the West Coast artists that he featured in the album. Wow. He's using a lot of Spanish in the album and influences. So those are my first initial reactions.
Okay. Just playing something real quick. But yeah. What else do you have as far as impressions?
I was like, wow, he really dropped on a Friday, didn't say anything to nobody. Oh my God. Only he's one of the few artists that can get away with it. I wonder how much he's gonna sell. Not that it, to me, it doesn't matter. But I wonder. I wonder only because like these are important releases, right? And they mean something. But I would like to know. I would like to see how much. I saw that he streamed a lot in the first 2 days. It was like a very high number.
Yeah, and he dropped on West Coast time in the morning, and it was like not late morning, but it was well into the morning. My coworker, he's like, "Yo," we're in the middle of work. "Yo, Kendrick just dropped." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Guys, time out. Take a break. Everybody take a break." I was like, "Hold up."
So let's go.
So we'll see. But anyway, let me get my remember actually for first impressions. Dislikes and questions. Do you have any dislikes or questions before you listen again? You said first impressions, but do you have dislikes and questions or no?
I only have one song and you know the song that I'm not gonna like. But it's not even because of my bias. It's because I don't like that sound.
Okay, we'll get into that later. Sorry, any questions? Did this album
Turn up the credits while we're doing this.
Did this album leave you any questions? Did this album leave you any questions beforehand? Like any
No, we're rap nerds, so we love reading credits. I saw that he wrote every song. I mean, of course, you're gonna have collaborations, but he wrote every song. That's important to me. I still look at stuff like that. Like, okay, Duckworth. Okay, good. He wrote. Not that I doubted it.
Right.
I like to look at the producers that he's working with. I know Soundwave, he got a lot of love there. I saw Dahi was there. I saw Mustard was there.
Right.
So let's go.
No. Let me get my first impressions.
Oh, my bad.
All right. So my first impressions of this album that I've heard thus far in the past 2 days, I would say is one, it reminds me, and first of all, before I say it, shout out to Andres Tarido. He said this, and I was like, I'm glad someone saw this. He wrote on Twitter 5 connections between Kendrick Lamar's GNX and Tupac's Machiavelli album. Sidebar. She's not a big Tupac fan. I appreciate and love Tupac. He's in my top 10. Yeah, he's in my top 10. I'm a big Tupac fan. I love his albums. I think the irony is, I think him coming out of prison and signing death row ultimately met his demise or gave him his demise. But he did drop 2 good albums while he was one while he was alive, the second one right after. And All Eyes on Me and Machiavelli. I love the Machiavelli album. It's a great short 12 tracks, hence 12, 12, 12. 12, just like GNX, 12-track album where I would say Me Against the World while he was in prison, that was his album, if you go back and listen to it, that he was reflecting on his hell. And then Machiavelli, 2 albums later, he's embracing his hell. Just like Mr. Morale, I didn't care for that album, but he was reflective of it.
I call it a slam poetry album.
He was reflective of his hell in various ways and stuff that defined him. His aunt, was his trans aunt, pardon me, or aunt man. I don't know what it was called. The song's called, but I'm butchering it. Drake butchered it on the Hard Part 6. Terrible diss track. But he was very reflective on the album in general. I like Rich Spirit though. I love Rich Spirit. But now in this album, it seems like he's embracing this hell, where he's very aggressive. So that's my first impression. It's very aggressive. A lot of choruses and chants on this album, like a lot of melodies and hooks. Like usually he's just straight rap, but when he did Not Like Us, and you heard the little bridge at the end of OVO, and he had like you never really hear him sing songy like that. You never hear melody. So I was like,
no, you have,
not like that.
And damn, he definitely had a lot of like melody.
Damn, he had, but it's like he's taking time on this album in between verses with like little bridges and stuff. I'm like, that's he's definitely playing to the idea of I'm going to perform this live. I'm going to have to sing along to it. So it's very strategic and very competitive what he's doing. Okay. So those are my first impressions. Definitely, and I'm sorry, the Machiavelli comparisons. This dude, Andres, he says both albums have 12 songs each.
Okay.
Gloria is about love, but really about Kendrick's pen, his writing. I guess Me and My Girlfriend is about love, but not really. It's about Tupac's gun, which he bit from Nas. Reincarnated, which samples Made Niggas from Tupac, not from Machiavelli, from a gang-related soundtrack. But Reincarnated, which samples a different Tupac song, features a religious theme. Hail Mary also has a religious theme, also on Machiavelli.
I love Hail Mary, though.
And also on Machiavelli, he has a great song called Blasphemy, where he's talking about religious themes, too. Kendrick wore a Bomb First hat in the Squabble Up snippet from the Not Like Us video. And Bomb First, of course, is the intro to Machiavelli album. Dodger Blue is a celebration of L.A. and To Live and Die in L.A., of course, the celebration of the same. And then another connection is Whacked Out Murals, the first track on the album, contains a couple rules of engagement to guide you, quote unquote. And Blasphemy from Machiavelli spells out advice and rules of the game to guide from. That's just true. So yes, there are parallels. And when I heard, and even on the first track for Whacked Out Murals, you're going to hear it. He says against all odds. The last track is against all odds on Machiavelli. So I'm like, oh, he's definitely tapping into that. But there's also other themes. You'll hear the Nas influence on Man of the Garden. That's like one mic. You're going to hear different things. I'm like, it's my first impression. It's my first impression. Right. So there's that. Dislikes so far. Only song I don't like is GNX, the title track.
I see why.
And also another first impression. Some of these songs is car music.
Yes.
Or gym music.
I heard it for the first time in the car on my way home from work. So I got the car experience on my first listen.
You're right. Some of these songs is not headphones, earbuds music.
I was so upset. I was at work and I couldn't listen to the album as soon as it dropped. Because I remember when Damn dropped, we were together. We were home that day.
We were.
And it dropped and we were like, ah! And we got to listen to it together for the first time.
Yeah, I remember that.
But this time you got me a FaceTime. You were like, Kia, he dropped. I'm like, who? Kendrick. I was like,
I think Tip of Butterfly dropped on the Sunday or something like that. I remember seeing it, hearing it random. But anyway, so those are my first impressions, those are my dislikes. And the questions I have after I first read this album was, why was it so short? Is he going away from the original ideas of his past albums of themes of like media? You know, like Section 80 had a theme. Took Him at City had a theme. And you know,
Typical Butterfly was
these are all thematic. Mr. Morale was a thematic. This is not, from what I tell so far, it's not necessarily thematic. It's just straight songs. Or maybe I'm not hearing things until now, and now we'll hear it.
So people are speculating that this is like a mixtape before the real album.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. That people are saying this is really just a warm up or a mixtape. I have a pet peeve before we start. I'm tired of the whole street album / mixtape. But it's being sold as an album. It's like, is it an album or is it not? You know what I'm saying? And only rappers do this. You don't hear Sabrina Carpenter saying,
I'm talking about my mixtape.
This is my mixtape.
Yo,
like,
what? Yo, not for nothing, yeah.
And
my thing is like, in this era, it's like, you don't even benefit from
it. Imagine Stevie Wonder. This is my mixtape. Can you see it? I can see it.
Yo, that's messed up.
You can see. So yeah,
low-key, he does see. He does.
Everybody saying, "Oh, I saw you. You saw me." So yeah, he can see. With that being said, let's play track 1. Well, do you want the credits up?
Yes.
All right. So here are the credits, courtesy of Complex.
Yo, man.
It says Jack Antonoff.
I miss everyday struggle. I do.
Jack Antonoff is also a major producer, contributor. He's Taylor Swift's producer.
Okay.
You know, so it's tailor-made, this album, I guess.
You know, an album is important when you see like people that have nothing to do with music or hip hop. Talk about it. Well, we're going to talk about this right now. Are you ready? I'm ready.
This is Whacked Out Murals. So you're saying you don't want to play the whole song?
Nah, just play a snippet.
All right. This is track 1, Whacked Out Murals. CKC. How do you feel about the influence of the inclusion of
West Coast, and he's showing love to the Mexican community.
Yesterday, somebody wrecked out my mural. That energy will make you niggas move to Europe. But it's regular for me, yeah, that's for sure. The love and hate is definite without a cure. All this talk is bitch made, that's on my lord. I kill them all before I let them kill my joy. I done been through it all, what you endure. It used to be fuck that nigga, but now it's plural. Fuck everybody. That's on my
He a Gemini, y'all.
I watch them pander with them backhanded compliments. Put their head on the Cuban link as a monument. I pay homage and I'll always mind my business. I never lost who I am for a rap image.
Somebody joined. He's definitely angry.
When he say you
Or more fed up.
Nah, but he sounded mad. He sounded mad for a long time.
Or more fed up. What are your first impressions?
Okay.
What are your first impressions?
First and foremost, this song is 5 minutes long. I thought this song was a little too long for me.
A little too long and a little too long to bring drums in.
Yes, and I have a thing about people that sample Spanish songs or Spanish singers. I always listen to hear, like, does this person make sense? Because a lot of people, they just sample the sound. They don't even understand what they're sampling. But she is saying something. It's just, it's not a complete thought.
Like a random Griselda album be like, yo haciendo lavanderia. I'm doing laundry.
It's some random shit like, oh, that shit sound hot. I'm like, yo, you didn't run it by like somebody that speaks Spanish. You'll be like, yo, what is she saying here?
He just said that he likes panties in his mouth. Like, you didn't hear what he said?
Exactly. I thought it was, but I think it definitely prepares you for the type of energy he is about to give you in this album. I just thought that this particular song is too long. So for me, this song doesn't really have replay value for me.
Okay. So keep playing or move on.
I want your thoughts.
Oh, like I said, I think the drums come in a little too long because at least another half a verse before the drums come in.
Yeah, that's 1 minute and 46 seconds before that comes in.
And those are not even like those are just like click drums. Those are not even like snares or anything, like second drums.
That.
But we live in an era now where people go on drumless.
That background noise, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not a producer. I don't know what the name of the instrument is, but you see that, like that horn. That's a very, that sound is very. I associate it with Future. Future uses that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future uses that a lot. He does. Future. He's a Scorpio, right?
He's a Scorpio. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the, what is it called?
Oh, what?
I'm gonna give you the moons and stars.
He sucks. What up, Matt? Who sucks?
That was Matt.
Yeah, but who sucks? That's a question.
All right, let's go next.
All right, next song.
Now this next song.
No. This song, before you go to the next song, remember on this song he addresses the Wayne thing, and he addresses the Snoop thing.
Was he dissing Wayne?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. But
and I think Wayne is getting in his feelings. But my thing is this, Wayne, you ran your mouth talking about how upset you were that you weren't chosen to be the performer at the halftime show because, you worked so hard for this. First of all, you still have the opportunity to have a halftime show in the future. But you're not ready, bro. And unpopular opinion, I don't care, I'm about to crash out. Your catalog is not Super Bowl friendly. I'm sorry. Sorry, Wayne.
I mean, a lot of his catalog is...
Sorry, and I know y'all can come for me, whatever. It's not Super Bowl friendly. My bad. Or you go, let me like a lollipop, lollipop.
That actually sounds better than how he sung it. It sounds better than how he sung it.
Yo, and most of his words he don't even remember. But anyways, this is not about Wayne. But my thing is like, Wayne is like, why anybody talking about me? Boy, because you was running your mouth all summer. Now they get chosen, like my man.
Wayne has, background story. The Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans this February. Wayne has expressed how he's disappointed that he wasn't chosen. I think he said something as strong as "they took it from me."
They took it from me.
So he sounds very entitled when he expresses his displeasure of not being chosen or Kendrick being chosen over him. I don't know. Well, the way I see it is, I think Kendrick sounds disappointed in this, and not just this. He sounded disappointed when he referenced Snoop, saying Snoop posted Taylor Made. I thought he was on some edibles, but Snoop took it in stride. Snoop posted on Twitter saying, you're right, I was on edibles. So he kind of took it in stride and with laughter. Wayne got on Twitter the other day and aggressive. I don't have the exact quote tweet what he said, but
he was like, everybody leave me alone.
Sleeping giant. I'm a sleeping giant. Or leave me alone. What did I do? Yeah, what the F did I do? I'm like, what did you do? I think I'll whack down murals. Kendrick kind of says the idea that only like Nas congratulated him. So it kind of makes me think like, who found pleasure or was happy or jubilated for Kendrick to be announced and who wasn't. Who's a hater, who's not. I guess
well, we all know YNCMB, that whole clan don't mess with him.
Oh my God, I mean,
because Nicki was talking crazy.
Oh well, Nicki, I'm gonna anyway, I like this song. It's cool, but like I said, it's too long. I would say that it's too
now long. This next song, we heard an intro of it in the video for Not Like Us.
And everybody called it broccoli for months.
Yep, but the song is called Squabble Up. Play it.
We didn't know that though. So when we saw the track listing, I saw track 6. It said Reincarnated, and of course, Not Like Us. The first 2 bars, Reincarnated. So I'm like, okay, that must be that then. But no,
okay.
Squabble Up is this song that we know from Not Like Us.
Go ahead, play.
Here it is. God.
What the fuck? I got hits, I got books, I got paper cuts, I got flames, I got foes.
He's lost on this.
Yo, let me tell you something. Most of the time, I want to let him play this.
It's a short song too, short.
This is my shit right here.
It's done in 80 seconds. This song's done soon. See? Dance, choruses, bridges. He snaps here. That's a lot of bitch. Yo. Got no taste.
So here, no, but listen. Most of the time when we hear snippets anywhere, like on Twitter or like on a video, most of the time they don't live up to the hype. Like I remember famously when Cardi B had one that it was like, oh, we want that. When she dropped the song, we were like,
she's pump fake more than anybody in the last 5-10 years. But I'm just
that's like the most recent one that comes to mind. This song lived up to his hype because everybody, when he dropped the Not Like Us album video, everybody was like, "Yo, but that intro song, he gotta put that song out, And I'm so happy he put it track number 2, and he gets a lot of critical acclaim. No. He gets a lot of criticism. Okay. Sorry, damn. I guess the non-alcoholic beers.
Non-alcoholic for the win. Those talents for things.
But he gets a lot of criticism for not having like girl-friendly records or like dance records. I hate the girl-friendly record shit. I hate that. When people, I'm like, yo, men like those songs too. But anyways.
A lot of men want to shake their ass.
Yo,
especially the Drake.
But this song right here, like, yo, I can hear this going crazy right now at a party. Anywhere, not even just in the West Coast. Like, this is like, you put your elbows out type of music. Like, oh, okay.
This was the first indicator that, okay, this album might be West Coast sonically.
So now, hold on.
This is very hyphy, Bay Area, North California. You know how they dance up there.
Do you think he will perform this at the Super Bowl?
Yes, because this is a new album.
Yo, that sounds fire.
This is a new album, and you want to play an up-tempo song from that new album. This is probably the most up-tempo song.
Of course, but we'll say, I don't feel Scrabble Up lived up to the hype.
Don't mock the man.
It's definitely a West Coast. Let me tell you something. No.
Don't mock the man.
Let me tell you, I'm not mocking him. But Will, I want you to bring down
He mentioned that to me earlier. He mentioned that same phrase. What did he say? He said, he's laughing.
He's laughing.
I don't feel, he said earlier to me, I don't feel Scrabble Up live up to the hype. It's definitely a West Coast thing.
You don't think it lived up to the hype? Yo! Okay, do you dance? I have a question. Do you dance? Because if you don't dance, then we cannot have this conversation.
Well, that's on the topic. A lot of people don't dance.
I was dancing. So if you was dancing, then hello. That song is going up, yo. That song is fire. I'm telling you right now, Squabble Up is one of them. Very few people, I haven't heard anybody say, oh, that's skippable. That's a skippable record on the album.
Will, do me a favor, drop your email on here, just in case you were able to check in live on video. Drop your email. But yeah, I would say everywhere. Okay, I would say it's an up-tempo song. So yeah, I could see it on this.
It's up-tempo.
It's very Bay Area hype. He said the definitely a West Coast thing, which made me think, okay, to all my East Coast comrades, is there a certain sound from the West Coast in general or down south or anywhere else regionally that you just don't listen to no matter who was doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're saying West Coast in particular, it's like an E40, Kick the Sneak.
No, I think.
What's my man's name with the lisp? You know, his name from the Bay Area.
There's a lot of things that are regional.
You know, I understand some people just don't like certain sounds. So I do wonder, is it the song itself that's not to some folks liking, or is it the sound?
No, for me, it's about the flow, right? So there's like a sound that's coming from Detroit right now that I'm not a particular fan of, but it's not because it's not good music, but it's because the flow is kind of like, it's offbeat, bro. Oh, like it's killing me.
That's how they do out there. Like,
nah, it's offbeat.
It's a T Grizzly thing.
But you see, T Grizzly, he be. Yeah, but nah, his is alright. I could deal with T Grizzly.
Oh, no, there's worse versions than T Grizzly.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
They just run on sentences.
I'm talking about the P Grizzlies. P Grizzlies.
They'd be like run. I'm like, what? You have to breathe first.
I think it's I Swear Vezo or something.
I Swear Vezo, yeah, he's popular in Michigan. There's a few out there, but yeah, regardless, Squabble Up, it's got that bounce to it. I appreciate it. I like it. It's one of the more up tempo songs that you definitely hear at a party.
I think this song right here, fire.
So yeah, and it was quick, 2 minutes and something.
And it's perfect.
Sidebar on a pet peeve tip. This don't apply really, but I have a pet peeve. I hate hearing a great song. It's only like a minute and a half long.
But they do that on purpose so that you can keep streaming it.
No, but I'm saying
that's the trick.
Even in my youth, there'd be certain songs that I'd be like, "This is fire," but I'm like, "What? It's only a minute and
it's an interlude
in 50 seconds." I'm like, "Come on!" So there's a few. If you have a song like that, let me know. Type that in. So the next song is called Luther. When I saw the title of the song,
I was like, Luther Vandross.
Gotta be Luther. What other Luther is there? Is there another Luther out there that's famous?
Martin Luther King.
Damn, what happened?
We know what happened.
Sorry. Okay, so here we go.
More guitar.
So throughout the album, you hear the guitar strings, you hear the Latin moment sometimes.
This world were mine. Hey, Roman no 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, dream and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your hand on knees in front of God. Introduce them to the light, hit them strictly with that fire. Fire.
How does it?
Hey, Roman no 7 days, drop it like if this world was mine, I take it.
Make it to the drink.
By the way, my first impression when I heard this was it sounded like a Loyalty Part 2. So yeah, that's what I thought first when I heard this. So yeah, but yeah, that's fire. It's fire. And also, I love this Luther song. If This World Was Mine. When I hear this song, I always think about 1999 film The Wood. With Omar Epps. Who else is in The Wood? I forgot. Tay Diggs. Yeah. But this song reminds me of the sample. I'm sorry, with the Vandross. If this world were mine. It reminds me of that movie because they danced to it in the.
For the fellas on the chat, your boy got us drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Thanksgiving's coming. All those calories. Come on now.
Listen to me. I don't want the calories without the benefits.
Less calories.
Nah, I need the benefits. I have an unpopular opinion. I'm not the biggest SZA fan.
I'm not the biggest SZA fan
either.
The
biggest SZA, if I'm gonna be. I don't get it. Like, I'm happy for her. Jersey's own. Love to see it. But I don't run to listen to SZA. But I am happy that she's featured on this album multiple times. Like, it makes sense. TDE. I like.
I'm not the biggest SZA fan either. I was going through, not hell, but I was annoyed by that. I can't lose. I was like, all right, I get it. Like, even some of the lyrics, top down like Scarface. It's like, But anyway.
God knows.
Oh no, you keep, babe.
My bad.
You went back.
My bad.
I figured it out. I don't like mumble singers.
What's a mumble singer?
A mumble singer, you could barely understand what the hell she's singing. Like what is she saying? And these singers that have been coming out the last few years, that's all they do. They hum and they say some sounds like I can't understand your words. Like, can you please put up the lyrics for me, please?
Who is a great vocalist today? Now that you mention it.
A great vocalist? You mean besides like Jasmine Sullivan?
Yeah.
Besides, I mean, I like Snow Allegra, but I wouldn't say she's a strong vocalist, but I do like Snow Allegra. Ooh, the fellas though, I think there's way more fellas.
That's what, that's a conversation I had at work the other day.
There's way more fellas though, I'll tell you that.
My young boy, a coworker of mine, he was asking me about he asked me, who do I connect to woman-wise that's a vocalist today? And after I had and Jasmine Sullivan's old. She's our age. So I was like...
Yeah, but she's still relevant because she's still released.
She's still relevant. But I was like, I don't know. It took me a while to get to some people, but I don't really care for Snow Allegra. I don't really care for her.
I love her.
I know you do. I don't care for her. But yeah, you're right. The men are...
You know what? Low-key,
Leon Thomas is on it.
Yo, you put me on to Leon Thomas? Fire.
There's a lot of men out there who are...
Yo, low-key, you know who I've loved in the last few years as a female vocalist? Thames.
That's right. I did bring up Thames to my coworker. Yeah, Thames.
I like Thames.
I don't mind watching Thames.
I like Samara Joy, but she doesn't even do R&B. She does jazz.
Yeah. Yeah, Thames is Thames.
Yeah, I love Thames.
Thames is...
Charlotte Day Wilson. That white girl could sing.
Who?
Charlotte Day Wilson.
Oh, yeah. You like it. You be bumping her stuff. All right. So that's Luther. That is Luther.
What do you think about the song? I think it's a good song.
Good song. Good tempo.
It's safe.
Good bop. Good vocals. He had this thing going on lately on some songs on his album where he's very low tone. You know what I'm saying? Low tone. He's going on some... Ever since Meet the Grams, he's been like very low tone and like talking to niggas at times.
All right.
Dudes.
What's the next song? Play. You got to press that. There you go.
It's called Man at the Garden, track 4. This reminds me of Nas, One Mic.
I got a completely different song.
Really?
Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight.
It's funny you say that.
Think about it. Listen to that background.
And had you lazy lapping on the island watch you cast away. I deserve it all. For having good...
I like Castaway, Tom Hanks.
Average day, I deserve it all. Keep saying the world.
And that was my initial reaction when I heard the song. I was like, oh, wow.
How much temptation you endure. You probably
The Garden. The Garden as in Madison Square Garden or just Garden? Because I'm a New Yorker, so when I hear The Garden, I think MSG.
Right. Knicks fan, so Garden for me.
So I'm like, Man at the Garden, does it mean like performing at MSG? Or like, what is it?
I take it more abstract. And more like, he's at peace.
Yo, my man, why don't you have off Genius? They're going to give us all the... they've been working hard the last 2 days.
Shout out to Rob Martin.
They look like that Popeyes meme of that Warmler.
Yeah, I should have put up a Rap Genius, which is great for lyrics breakdown.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, I mean, Man of the Garden, I took it like more...
It's smooth.
Remember, he's been preaching for the last 6 months. I'm a man at peace. Don't tempt me. I have a boring life, whatever. Like, he's been telling you in so many different ways that he's a boring person. So maybe him at the Garden is him saying that because in the song, he's saying things like, I wake up in the morning, do 6 miles at 6 a.m. I'm like, hold up.
Brother.
Hold up.
You different. You training for fight.
Hold up. I don't know about that. But shout out to anybody who gets up early and works out. But I have to get on that plan. But yeah, I don't, right now they're talking about, they don't really break down the lyrics. They
do.
I deserve it all. Kendrick insists that he deserves the rewards of his rap career. Yeah, that you can understand. I can get. Yeah, it's him being a peaceful man. That's how I took it. But he wants his just due. But yeah, that's what I got so far from it. They don't say anything really about the actual title. I didn't see anything about that. Nothing. No decoding about the actual title.
Go all the way down. Let me see.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
No, go down. I saw something.
It's just
a little bit more up.
A little more up.
No.
That's it.
Who produced? When did? Okay, find answers. Go up. right there.
The
So
title
the
of the
title
song.
seems to refer to the story of a man who is listing the things he did to deserve to enter the garden, referring to the biblical paradise. Kendrick repeats, "I deserve it all," several times after saying everything he did to deserve to be there.
Pause.
Okay, so it is.
Yeah, it's
It's
tranquility.
biblical.
And, he's definitely been a man of spirit and faith the last few years, last few albums.
Now go back to now. You like the song? Is it a skippable song or is it like a meaningful song for you?
I love it. Like I said,
like it. I
listen.
like it.
I don't know how y'all feel about One Mike Nas. Like the song, but I rarely go back to it. But as a vocal performance for Nas, I always enjoyed that he would build up his lyrics and build up his performance with his vocals and get louder and louder. Kind of reminds me of Eminem too, The Way I Am. In fact, shout out to this dude Inspector on Twitter. He does mashups. So he did this song, these vocals to The Way I Am by Eminem, and it works. It works better than the original Eminem. Sorry, yeah, fans. But
now let's go for the next song.
Okay, so the next song is Now. Now we're getting a little more West Coasty. I got a stamp on it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Sonically,
okay.
This is definitely West Coast.
Come on, you can't hate on this.
This is definitely car. This is the first car music.
Yo, this song went what?
And club, I guess.
You can't. Come on, you can't hate on this. Come on, come on.
When it comes to all my dirties and the thin leather,
Come on, elbows out. Come on now.
For what you not for?
Every West Coast.
Speak with me a goat. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now.
So what do you think so far?
Man, fire. This is gonna go up. This is another song that you could play at a party. And yes, although it's a very heavy West Coast sound, I think this is gonna be played no matter where you are. This is not a regional thing. Like this is good. I think it takes the big artists of sections to really bring up certain regional sounds. And I think he's doing a fantastic job here already. He did it with Squabble Up and he did it with Hey Now. This is great music.
Definitely car music. Like you can hear this.
What? Hell yeah.
This song is meant for big speakers. The heavy bass line, the drums.
Hence why he's posing in front of a car for the album cover.
And we should note that there's a story floating around that he was born, when Kendrick was born, he went home in a GNX Buick.
Really? I mean, that car did come out the year he was born.
Yeah, this is the car that he went home to. I want to say it's a Buick, yeah.
It's a Buick.
Yeah. Sidebar. I love those classic 80s Buicks, box Chevrolet, stuff like that. I love that look. They're a little small and tight depending on which model you get, but I like those cars. But yeah, this is definitely car music. And it's good. It's good. I like it. I like it.
We not skipping this one. This one gotta go.
Now say now, I just slid on a back.
Throw your ass out this rental if I smell nervousness, which makes me sidebar. There's a couple of lyrics on this album where you kind of see that he's fed up with people who are playing both sides of the fence. There's little messages here and there where he's fed up with certain people, I guess acquaintances or whatnot, or people or peers that are either, switching sides or like
they're playing the neutral game. You know how I feel about neutrality.
Yeah. If someone's neutral, they're really for the other side. That's what I learned. If they're neutral, depending on the subject matter. I don't care about politics. I don't care.
I was just about to say that. Politically neutral people we know.
Trump, Kamala's all the same.
Really?
You're neutral on this election.
You're neutral. Nothing matters. It's so divisive. Yeah.
Damn Trump. But anyway,
you know what's crazy?
Having a good day.
I think this is more prevalent with guys because I've seen guys that I follow recently. They didn't say a word during the the election, but now all they post is like Bitcoin's going up and oh my God, Ethereum's going up, and I'm like, oh, I know you're happy somebody won.
Yeah, they're happy.
Your neutrality is not so neutral.
Exactly. So but yeah, back to we got political, but back to the album. Yeah, this, like I said, so far. Oh yeah, about the neutrality thing, nervousness. Yeah, there's themes of this album where he's getting at people, or at least acknowledging that people have been like wishy-washy with their stances, and he's saying, "I'm firm with his." In fact, there's a lyric I know I'm laughing when I thought about you, where I forgot what song it is. Maybe it's TV Off, where he goes, I cut my granny off if you don't see it how I see
Yep.
it. I was like, that's key all day. Literally, cut your granny off. But anyway, but yeah, let's see.
I'm not that cutthroat, though.
Hey, now, sit down. Hey, now, sit down.
You can't be mad at this.
The aliens hold hands. They don't see your mind, guys.
Yo, he killed it too.
Spooky 8th day in October. On torpedo, we even jumped out.
What?
His name is like Dodie 6, I think.
Yo, he killed it.
Yeah, he killed it. Out of all the guest verses, I enjoyed his flow and style. One of the better ones.
Come on, baby.
Well,
Nah, he killed that.
Shout
out to them.
All right, so that was Hey Now. All right, let me preface this song. It's the next song, Reincarnated.
Okay, so here is where I'm gonna take a break.
Let me just say, I appreciate the gang-related movie and soundtrack. Gang-related is a 1997 movie released. I hate pronouncing this word.
Posthumously.
Say it again.
Posthumously.
Posthumously?
Yes.
Posthumously. Wait, say it again. Posthumously? Sometimes there's certain words you gotta say it fast so you don't get found out. Shout out to Kevin Garnett. But yeah, posthumously. In 1997, a movie was released by Tupac. It's his last role that he acted in. Great movie. I like it. I like. Oh, look at the background. I like Gang Related, and I like the soundtrack too. Made Niggas is what we're gonna hear. The revamped version of Made Niggas is on it. My life.
Get it over with.
One time, him and Outlaw. So I was on one in '96 as far as his recording sessions. He was just pumping them out. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the work, and I like.
You roll as a gangster.
Damn, we gonna go there? We gonna go there. I mean, listen, Pac was a tragic figure, but who isn't at that level, you know? Yeah, I'm being nice here. But anyway, so yeah, track 6 is Reincarnated by Kendrick Lamar. It samples, it pretty much, he just raps over Made Niggas. I love Made Niggas, by the way. Great song. Just him and the Outlaws, Pac and the Outlaws going at it. I think it's, play it? Oh yeah, because you don't like the song. Well, she don't like anything Pac. She don't like. She don't fuck with Pac. Not anything, but a lot of things. By the way, lyrically, he says some shit on this song.
Lyrically, but I hate.
He says some shit.
I hate his tone of voice. I hate that tone of voice. He does that weird like.
Wow, but right there with the choose line, if you're a Pac fan, you could hear the inflections that he's using. That Pac used to do. The way he would cut words like that, like juice. You know, the flow and delivery is all Pac. You can tell he's paying a homage to him. I like in this song, remember it's called Reincarnated. I like the last song on the last verse on this song, where it's basically God and the devil, Lucifer, going back and forth, and Lucifer's asking for forgiveness and to be reincarnated.
What you love for? No, I don't. Yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is on.
You gotta play the whole. Thank
We're
you.
dealing with DEFCON 3 hater rate.
I don't care.
Sorry, Pac. Even though you wild out your own. So that was Reincarnated.
And it's not even. It's just I don't like that angry. I don't like it when Eminem does it. It's like y'all mad angry. Like go get therapy.
Eminem's the king of anger.
For real. I mean, he was killing his wife and mother in his albums.
I never liked him. The song. Yeah, that was a cringy part of Marshall Mathers LP. I never really. That was Skip. Shannon Sharp. The next song was called TV Off. TV Off.
Another banger.
Now here's where things get tricky with TV Off.
Why?
It's 2 beats in one song. I don't really care for the first beat.
Ooh.
I care for this is Mustard too. I think it's Mustard.
Oh, we know it's Mustard. You about to see why. We all know it's Mustard.
The first part, I don't really care for the beat. I care for the vocal performance. Oh, the patterns and the performance of him. I like that. But the actual production, the beat, not enough.
Play it.
The beat, I don't like. First part. Hear that? Hear that horns? I'm thinking that I'm gonna get something like that. I'm like, okay. But then this thing goes.
But it's not enough. You've been different, but it's not enough. Say bigger than yourself, but I get on there.
Somebody got to do it.
I made niggas. Somebody got it.
He's having all these bridges and choruses and hooks built into the song where I guess in the past he did it, but it's way more focused here where like he's making sure you sing back to him probably when he goes on stage for this.
That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in.
It's moving up.
Turn this TV off. Ain't got my type of activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? I'm gonna shit I see and send them off. Take a risk on, take a chip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple starches and lieutenants before they get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. He's
definitely rapping too.
Yeah, I admit that. They blacked out. They act out. Yeah, I did that.
You did that. What up, though?
Really what you come for. Drives real, yeah.
Not enough. Cut your granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Would you cut your granny off if she didn't see how you see it? I just want to say.
You know I'm petty.
Yeah. Petty what?
Petty LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle.
Petty Crocker.
This.
Fire.
I like this beat a little more.
I just want to know why he yelled mustard song.
Happy that day. Who knows?
I feel like
somebody got to do it. My foot up on the gas.
Somebody got this.
Yo, if Heinz Mustard doesn't jump on this in a commercial, they drop in the bag.
They put my children one shot. They disappear.
Shout out to Biggie.
Shout out to Biggie.
Rest in peace.
I bet it. The mouth is full of the
Addict, sweet.
Yo, I saw a tweet that said Mustard is about to be annoyed for the best couple of months because people are just going to be yelling out his name.
That's good business, though. That's good business.
It is.
Just sign my check. This next song is called...
So how we like TV off? I like it.
So far,
but I think that's the most regional one of the hyphy songs.
More than...
Hey Now?
No, you're right. TV off is probably the most... That's the most hyphy.
Now, this next song, we're about to play the 8th song in the album. And it's, I think, my personal favorite of the album, the next one.
2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Perfect.
It's a short album.
I don't need a 6-minute song, brother. Play that.
Before he was like 6 minutes, by the way. Here we go.
He was mad.
Yeah, he was mad.
This could easily be an R&B song right here.
Bitch, I'm from the bed. Take you ahead when you don't travel past it.
Then
I'm driving anyway in LA.
Not with that traffic. Listen, I've never been. Yo, we gotta go to LA, Mike. You know that, right? We gotta go to LA, Mike. We have to.
I don't know which Jeff is on the check-in, but one of y'all went. I think Florida. Well, somebody. I won't use last names, but I think homie just went to LA recently. Homie and the missus. So yeah, this is Dodger Blue. Keep playing it or move on?
Keep playing it. It's only 2 minutes.
Bitch, I'm from the...
Hey, I can hear this. I can see this on TikTok.
Take it personal. It's not the first time. Just like be the first. Just like be
smooth.
Don't take it personal. You want the first to know. Just like be the first.
That's floor style.
Yeah, good. Okay, this next song is called
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Now, I know a lot of people don't care for this song. I like it though.
This song grew on me.
Nah, I like it. I like it since day one. I'm like, ooh, because it's very vulgar.
Very vulgar.
Very vulgar. And yeah, it's very violent. So it's like, ooh, like you don't want to play this around kids. But I like how he play it.
Hold on. Okay, Peekaboo. Again, car music for real.
What? Yo, this song right here?
Car music or workout music, because at first I was cool on this song. But then I was doing I was working with the dumbbells.
What are they talking about? They talking about nothing.
I was like, wait a minute, I'm feeling more powerful. I was like,
yo,
it's working.
Because it's Peekaboo.
Yeah, fire.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about?
Yeah, that's the car music. The bass alone.
Yo, this song is so hard on the car. Yo, how do you pronounce that?
Now, so
is that Ashley?
Oh, no.
Peekaboo, catch your pimple, hit from door, pimster. Peekaboo, why you acting tough on that? She love. Peekaboo, you know I know niggas off they rocker. Peekaboo, that's my bitch.
Sound wave. Makes sense.
I like my Mac touching yams. What are some foods, especially this week in particular, that you don't mind touching together? I'm coming. Got a baby up.
I mean, I guess
Mashed and yams is good.
I mean, it makes sense if you like a mashed potato with like a nice, good meaty meal and a gravy on top. That never goes bad.
Sorry, Bar. I don't care for stuffing.
I like stuffing.
I don't care for stuffing.
Like stuffing.
I don't care for stuffing. I don't care for yams really.
What? I will fuck some yams.
No, I don't care for that. For me personally, Thanksgiving dinner, I just need, talking American food, I just need some mashed potatoes, turkey, mac and cheese.
You don't eat mac and cheese.
In my later life, I've grown to appreciate it. Yes.
My man, listen, I've been with this man for 12 years. This man does not like cheese.
12 years a slave, trying to get paid.
No, terrible. Don't do that.
I got a good grade.
No. It's embarrassing.
My hair is laid. It's not really laid. It's shaved. It's shaved. My freestyle game is off the top.
It's off.
No. Huh? No. Testing mic.
Thank you. With that being said, yo, check on the baby. Thank you. And change your diaper. Thank you.
No, pass her milk.
Her milk is in the kitchen. Look at us being parents.
Well, yeah, it's a peekaboo.
Man, not sorry for your loss. Should have prayed for.
Yo, this shit is so hard. I like it.
By the way, I can say Kendrick is like a hippity hoppity boy. Hippity. What happened? Boy. Hippity hoppity backpacker, bongos playing, but this is all violent right here.
Mm-hmm.
What they talking about?
So they think people that are smart don't dance.
Huh?
Right.
And that's why. Yo, where's Andy? Andy, you on here?
He's driving.
Damn. Nice. Oh, now we go. The Heart Part 6. Another. I love this. I love this.
I'm sorry. I was talking.
No, let it be. Let it play.
Let me preface this by saying this is the Hard Part 6. This is now going to be probably the real Hard Part 6 because previously, a light-skinned man, a biracial man from Canada had a diss track called Hard Part 6. So now this is Kendrick's version, the quote-unquote real version, or the new version, I would say. So far, we've been hearing a lot of West Coast sounding production. This is probably one of the few laid-back backpack East Coast sounding drums we've heard on the album. So this is track 9. No, it's just track 10. Not that it matters.
Who produced it? I'm always gonna ask.
I think Neptune.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsi's. Niggas watching your videos.
Jack dancing off. Shout out to SWV. The Bronx, baby. I wonder what they think of the sample.
They're probably thinking ching.
Well, if they own it.
Right. So basically, it seems like he's telling a story about his his come up with Black Hippie, his former crew from TDE, Absol, J Rock, Super Q. Yeah.
And Absol.
Just to make a couple wins meet. That's my nigga for shit show. He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from my inspo. We split the Rizzy and the fucking riverboat special, sleeping next to our consoles to be our refuge. He was homeless and I left home. Q said, God, you won't be slept on. You the nigga to bet on. Top had given us the million and the home we lived in. Hoping that we see some millions. God bless our hearts.
Yo,
so you like this?
I like this.
I like it too.
Damn.
What's the label?
Just, he goes over, he recounts the TDE journey, and he kind of says that he kind of takes ownership of why we never got a Black Hippie album, and how he pretty much outgrew whatever the journey and beginning of Black Hippie was. And we've heard plenty of times in our life as rap fans, we've heard collaboration albums coming or dream albums coming. People are still waiting on J. Cole and Kendrick to drop an album.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not. I don't foresee that. I would say I do not foresee that.
My people are still waiting for Jewels and Lil Wayne.
Oh my God, Jewels is gotta get some new teeth first.
Fucked up.
Sorry, Jewels. You're dope. But yeah, I would say, he's pretty much he pretty much is just recounting the steps about his journey. So I like it. But you want to go to the next song?
Yes.
All right. So this song is the title track, GNX. I do not like this song so far. We'll play now to see for sure if and have a change of heart? I doubt it. Here,
Play it for me.
all right.
Oh yeah, it's the offbeat shit that I don't like. This is the skip. Yeah, I got two. This one and Reincarnated for me. But 10 out of 12 is amazing.
You know it? Have you ever?
Listen, you know I'm not a fan of that Tupac sound. I'm sorry. Everybody loves Reincarnated. I know I'm an outlier. I know.
That's what I'm saying. Reincarnated is not a skip. That's what somebody said.
No, I know I am an outlier. I know that I have the unpopular opinion.
Flowrider. We have Flowrider in the check-in.
I know. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Reincarnated. But do you? Is it an emotional skip, or do you say?
I don't like the sound. I don't like that.
Even Reincarnated?
No. But I understand why people like it. But this song right here is hard to listen to. This is another.
This is definitely deep, dark alley, West Coast.
Yeah, this is the 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. We're in somebody's kitchen. All the ladies left. We're all mad drunk and high, and it's just.
This is definitely get in the core.
Yeah,
get in the core. We're going to slow some or some shit like that.
That was your best LA impersonation.
Sorry.
We gonna ride.
We gonna ride on the fools. Straight jacking. Get in the core.
Hey, they make fun of our asses all the time. They make fun of us all the time. They be like, dead ass, son.
Oh, yeah. You hear a bunch of sons.
I be like, nah.
Dan, gone.
Get in the core.
Get in the core.
We gonna ride.
We gonna ride on these morks. Sorry. This is so the last song on the album is called Gloria. So when I first read this,
fire.
I was like, Gloria? Who's Gloria?
Fire. This is a runner-up for one of my favorite. But definitely, I still think Dodger Blue is probably my favorite. I love the Hard Part 6. I love Gloria. Nah, but I love Squabble Up too.
There's a few joints.
Yo, like, repeat.
There's a few joints on here. So this is the last track of the album. It's called Gloria. How long have we been recording, by the way? Hour and 24 minutes. So this is Gloria.
I wonder, do you understand what she's saying?
I didn't hear what she was saying.
Sitting down, you and Anita. Fire. And I knew he wasn't talking about a girl.
Right, we should say.
I knew immediately, I was like, oh, there's a metaphor for something.
We should definitely, there's definitely a personification type of song where he's talking about something other than a woman. So I'm like, what is he talking about?
Correct use personification.
SAT words.
You're giving, because you're using a human quality for an actual, non.
Shout to Rampo High School.
Your education. Word. Oh, they're about to dismantle the education system. But anyways, I'm not going to go into that.
They? Who's they? I won't say.
We started young, looking for some identity.
Don't do it.
Knock at the door. Knock it up. Knock it up.
Yo, this song is so fire.
Rest in peace, Avon Gardens.
Featuring SZA. SZA got played, twice? Luther, Gloria. Nah, but this song is so...
I don't mind her here. That's still her voice.
You see?
Her voice.
I'm okay with having unpopular opinions.
So basically, as the story progresses, it's basically a song about him professing his love to his pen, to writing, to the act of writing. He's a writer, of course. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner too, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Gloria. This is Gloria.
The last track, great send off. He's done something that a lot of rappers have done.
What?
When I'm so sorry, when rappers say,
I'm still laughing at don't do it.
use like a it seems like I'm talking about a relationship with a woman, but I'm really talking about something else.
The personification angle. So here we go. Common using. I used to love her.
Tupac did it with me and my girlfriend.
I'm blocking out on people.
Nas did it with
I gave you power.
I gave you power, even though he wasn't. Well, yeah.
There's a few people who have done it over the. Not even a few. A bunch of people have done it over the years. When done right, it could be thought provoking. It could be fun. It could be a great exercise to see how someone can write. And now someone who can write is doing it about writing. So extra impressive. The way he lays the story out and how writing helped him as a woman over the years. I think it was very how would I say, very,
You know, and
poignant.
and you know, want to say something. Even though this album was not personal. He doesn't talk about, like in his previous album, he talked about his family, his relationship, his kids, but in this one, he didn't talk about any of that. It was straight up like
Gorilla. It was straight. It was straight like, no, I'm fed up. I got some shit to say.
some gangster music.
I'm annoyed. Here's some gangster music, and I'm putting on for my coast.
Yeah.
Do you want personal albums from artists you like?
It doesn't need to be the whole album, but it surprised me that he didn't give us at least one song. I knew immediately when I heard the song for the first time, I'm like, oh, he's not talking about his wife because he's not gonna talk about her in this way. Because remember, he was like, I was in love with you, but you were possessive. You even took me away from my friends. I'm like, yeah, he's not gonna say that about her.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Like the context clues. Later on the song, he talks about your favorite movie is Notebook. He says like, you know, you helped me mark out such and such. You kept me within the margins. All the little Easter eggs. You're like, oh, he's talking about writing. So
and then in the final bar, he does tell you.
He tells you, reveals it to you.
He did just in case you people are slow, let me tell you what I'm talking about before you start making rumors about my wife.
And I'm glad you said I'm glad you said that.
Because you know how people are.
I'm glad you said that because, you know, it must be a hard balancing act for a writer to give you a little breadcrumbs, but not too much. But sometimes there's some dumbass fans who are like, huh?
Yeah.
So like you really gotta like, all right. Like Nas on I Give You Power, he starts the song out by saying, damn, it's just like I'm a gun. And I was like, oh, nah, don't tell me too early. So there's a balancing act on how to let the audience know what you're working with. But yeah, he set it up beautifully here. He set it up beautifully. So this is Gloria. Yeah, this is Gloria.
Okay, so this is basically the last song. The last song is
12
about
tracks. This is a 4-minute 47 song.
Listen, great ending. Great ending.
Great. So now you're at the album in full. What are your last impressions? And where do you go?
I don't want to sound like a hype beast. Album of the year.
Yeah, but what albums came out?
But that's why it's the rap album of the year. People be like, oh nah, Tyler the Creator got the album of the year.
I heard it. It's good. It's good. It's good.
You know, like
Tyler's album's good.
Congratulations to Tyler. He's very creative, but I don't think it's no.
I'm funny with Tyler albums. Sometimes he hits. Sometimes he makes something that's for me.
You know, I know that, and that does speak to how bad this year was with hip hop releases. Though
you say year, I say bad 15 years.
Mike, you see this is what you
no. Hear me out.
2019, we got some great albums. 2019, we got some great albums.
Hear me out. What I mean by that is, you're talking about lack of. I feel like for a long time now, we don't get a lot of output because we used to from various artists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2018 was a good year. You had Nip, you had Cardi, Nicki.
Everybody dropped.
I think
Meek Mill, Pusha T. Everybody dropped that year.
That was a good year, but in a rare decade. Give me another year like that in the last 15 years.
No, 2016 was a good year. 2016 was my man.
Views came out, and I'm funny about Views. I like Nothing Was the Same. But I'm talking about rap. I'm talking about rap only. Rap. And Beyonce's overrated. But I'm talking about rap.
Do you see? And this is, don't play yourself. Anyway, the discussion is not about, you know, the state of rap in the last 15 years. I want to focus on 2024. Rap album of the year. Rap album of the year.
To say that phrase is meaningless because there are no other rap albums that are worthy of talking about it.
I know. But some people would disagree. Some people would tell you.
Well, I'm talking about on the quote unquote.
Some people tell you, oh, the Future album was really good with him and
Metro.
Kami, you know, Benny the Butcher. I'm talking about in a mainstream.
If you're talking about mainstream, it's very few. If you're talking about in totality, I like Mac's album, Rich Ass Haitian. It's good, but it's not as good as the one before that. They did with a West Side Gun from 2021.
Nah, it's just this is the one.
It's very bleak in general.
This is the one.
It's very bleak.
And it's November, guys. The end of November. Meaning this album won't even get nominated for next year's Grammys.
Maybe I'm missing on albums that came out this year. Remind me, if an album came out that struck a chord.
And
if an album came out this year that struck a chord with you.
With me, I was looking it up earlier. I was looking it up earlier.
What'd you see? The album came out, but
I heard it like
Samurai's cool.
It was cool. It was cool.
It's basically a concert album. He's a battle rapper as Amy Winehouse. I don't really care for Amy Winehouse.
You're a hater.
I just don't care. I don't care for music. But yeah, I mean, like I said, on a major label or on a majors platform, Kendrick's one of the few who dropped the album. In general, like you said, Mac came out.
West Side Stallion, Benny the Butcher, Mac Carmen. The Pete Rock album with Carmen.
Yeah, that's a good album.
That was pretty good.
I didn't care for Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips.
Kid Cudi, Future.
I didn't care for Ab Soul's last album. I liked the one before that.
LL Cool J, The Force.
With Q-Tip. I like Ab Soul's 2022 album, Herbert. Herbert is still fire. I still play that.
Gunna.
I didn't care for this one.
One of One.
I don't really listen to Gunna's music, so I can't comment on it. I can't comment on it.
Conway came out. Ghostface Killer came out.
Doechii came out.
Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady.
I was good on that.
Boldy James.
Boldy's nice, but...
Glorilla. Flo Milli. Doechii.
Yeah, Doechii.
But even then, I couldn't... Like, it don't... I haven't replayed it. I heard it, but I didn't... This album...
Yeah, she mentioned LL, because the LL and Q-Tip
This album...
It's cool.
It has to have way more... I've been listening to this album nonstop.
This seems to have high replay value. Big Sean, seemingly.
Like, it's just been...
It's been thin, in my opinion.
21 Savage.
I did like that Common album.
City, Vince Staples.
Yeah, I heard the Vince album. It was cool.
Yeah, it was quite... J. Cole might delete later.
I delete that shit. Cole, there's a conversation about Cole that will be had. Mind you, he has that new series now.
But this is not the time to do it because right now we're focusing on Kendrick Lamar.
I guess so. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, so last impressions, you like that album, has high replay value.
Yes.
2 songs you don't like. For me, it's 1 song.
Listen, 10 out of 12, that's an 83 on the test. You pass.
So what do you think is next for him as an artist and rap?
Well, I mean, rap moving forward, that's 2 completely different conversations.
Well, this impact
rap moving forward.
This impact on rap moving
forward.
If
we do not have young new energy that's coming in with a different sound that's being creative, rap is dead. Because it's only but so much the OGs could do. Like, yo, Kendrick is the OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's concerning when the biggest battle this year was with 2 guys pushing 40.
Yeah,
this shouldn't be. This should not be. Where is the young energy recycling?
You know where I feel like rap is right now? Rap is right now where rock music was in the early 2000s.
Big Daddy Kane and Rakim were considered a previous class, and dare I say OGs, to the Nas's, Biggies, and Jay. Big Daddy Kane is a year older than Jay-Z.
Yep.
Rakim is born in 67, like 2 years older than some of these rappers. So, but there was still a gap. Like, no, they're older than us. They're our OGs, and we're a different sound. There used to be every few years a different.
There's no new sound. What's the new sound?
There used to be a changing of the guard every few years, and you could see it. You could pinpoint it. You know, the 88, 89 golden era is not the 1994 golden era. There was a change in sound.
And I think
what happened?
I think it's only going to continue to bleed out when you see all of these record labels shrinking. You know, they're firing a lot of people, a lot of conglomerates.
Do you agree? 30's the new 20. They're OGs, but not in the sense that we once knew.
Well, yeah, but I think that's been the case for a while now, right?
He's talking about the big 3.
Yeah, they're OGs.
But he's saying not that.
But they're still relevant, which is different from, you know, back in the 90s when you were considered an OG. That was somewhat of a slight because it's kind of like, we respect you, but you're washed.
I think it's the same conversation you hear about Fun Flex. When will we stop? When will we get off the air? But it takes new energy to compel you to listen to them versus
Correct.
Flex. Who are the artists today that are compelling you to give new shine to other people? I like Corday. His album dropped last week. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But is his music and his presentation compelling you to pay more attention to him versus her, or etc. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Or maybe it was now we're in a generation where we spread the wealth. Everybody gets a look, and that's great. That's awesome. But
I also think that we're very fragmented. We don't all listen to music at the same time in the same space. I think that has a big part to do with, why it's so scattered now. With music, I can tell you, I've listened to way more R&B this year than I have rap.
Yeah, I could say that. The last few years, R&B has been like on the low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's had some good. There's been some good music at the R&B circuit. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I mean, my last impressions. It's a good album. If I'm old school and I use an old school source rating, 3, 4, 5 mics, I'm gonna give this a 4 mic.
I'm gonna give it 4 mics.
4 mics, 4 out of 5. I'm gonna say
because 4 out of 5 mics is still at 80%, and I'm only skipping 2 songs. That's 83%. So yeah, I'm giving it 4 mics.
I'm bad at percentages. I never really got in math class. That shit whizzed by me. I have to really calculate percentages. Move the decimal twice. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 4 mics. I'm gonna say Good Kid, Mad City is a 5 micer. I think Tip and Butterfly is a 5 micer. I think Damn is 4.5, 4.5. Some albums used to get 4.5 back in the day. Morale's like 3. I don't really care for Mr. Morale. This is a 4 micer. Are you surprised it's a short album?
This is why I think we're gonna get more music, because it's so short. And also it's fun, but it's not dense, and he's very dense and serious.
In general, he's dense and serious, but this album,
I think
this album,
that's why he's like, I'm gonna give y'all this for the holidays so y'all could dance. But I would not be surprised if he gave us another album before the Super Bowl or on Super Bowl weekend. I would not be surprised.
I think this is a Here Niggas Damn album, where it's like, some of y'all complaining about music not coming fast enough, so here, hold this down in the meantime.
I mean, to be honest, he should have dropped this in the summer. The way it sounds like a summer vibes. Let's be outside, let's party type of thing.
Yeah, but what's crazy? The background around this album is
he just did this.
And, the label didn't know about this until he handed it in. Like, they didn't know about it beforehand.
I mean, even the woman that he featured, the Mexican singer, he discovered her from watching the World Series Game 1 when she came out and sang. And that was just a few weeks ago.
The only song we know that's old is Squabble Up, and that's like oldish, summertime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I mean, there's texts being shown, beats being sent in as early as November 10th. I mean, the first song, Whacked Out Mural, he says, yesterday someone whacked out my mural. Whacked out, I guess, means on the West Coast side when you spray paint over someone's mural. That happened November 10th. Someone whacked out.
That's very recent.
That's very recent. So a lot of these records he just compiled or sequenced recently. Apparently the label didn't know about this until the morning he emailed it to them.
Wow.
So it's like he moves to his own drum, to his own beat.
I'm just happy he's one of those artists that if he's laying low, he's not being unproductive, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that he is.
Message.
It was Jay Electronica. Like, a lot of people, they take time off and they don't work on anything. He takes time, but it's worth the wait. You know it's coming. And I appreciate that from Kendrick.
Do you need artists to drop consistently all the time? Like steadily throughout a year?
I think that because of Drake, we've been spoiled. Because he has consistently dropped for so many years without stopping. I think that, but a lot of it has. And not in the last 5 years, but a lot of it has.
That's just a long time ago. I mean, because I don't
5 years ago was 2019.
I don't like Scorpion.
I like Scorpion. No, Scorpion was good. Scorpion was go back and listen to Scorpion. Scorpion is a great album.
You said they were great.
It's a great album.
I know you love Nonstop. You love a lot of those records. I don't really care for that.
Yes, oh my God, I love so many of those records. Replays. Yeah. But anyways, this is not about Drake. This is about Kendrick.
No, this is about music. And
for me, I think that, listen, the last time he dropped was 2022. Before that, it was 2017, right? No, actually 2018 with the Black Panther soundtrack.
No, he dropped 2022, Mr. Morale.
That's what I just said. Okay. And then before that was the Black Panther soundtrack. I don't remember having anything in between, right?
No.
And then before that,
the pandemic messed things up.
Before that, it was Damn.
So,
he gave us an Untitled album. Like, he has been consistent.
Supposedly, Miss Morale was supposed to come out 2020, and then the pandemic pushed it back.
Yeah, he could have kept that.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Even though there's like 2 songs on that album that grew on me later.
Yeah, there's a few songs on there that kind of grew on me, but overall, I wish it was sequenced better. But yeah,
that's his J. Cole album.
Damn, J. Cole. You telling me not to be nice to J. Cole?
No, I still feel like, hey man, J. Cole, like
what? Are you excited?
He's a good. The thing, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's like a prospective date. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
But what does that mean?
He fucked up by doing the diss.
Painful.
He fucked up by doing the diss.
I think you don't pump fake. You don't pump fake. If you're gonna do something, do it with passion.
Yeah, but I think it's okay to say, you know what, my bad, I fucked up, and he retracted it, and it was a public apology, which I respect.
Anyone I don't like on Port Antonio, where he says, if I had stayed, I would have such and such. I don't want to butcher his words, but if I had battled him, I would have lost a friend, or I would have. Would you have won? Do you know this? Like, I don't like. Don't say I could have, would have, should have. Don't say that. Be reflective. All that stuff. I get it. But don't pump fake and say I would have done this, would have done that. You don't know what you would have done. Because.
But other than that, GNX. I think this was a great surprise. Thank you, Kendrick. This was a good one. Good one. You got the people talking.
Yeah, you do.
You got the people talking.
Exactly. Don't pump it on the apology. Too much pumping, and I agree. I agree, Esquire. But yeah, that's it. And that's it pretty much. So I guess.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you for listening. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
If there's anything that you want us to talk about, we will.
You can.
But we love the album. We do. We ain't even gonna lie. We love the album.
Any comments, at me at TMichelle85, TIMICHEL 85.
I'm never on Twitter anymore. I'm on Blue Sky.
Elon, me too. I'm on Blue Sky.
Kia for reals. Know what I mean? Creative Mongo back. I mean, listen, we could do it. You want to do
this? Says Griot Mongo, do the review. Or
do the review.
Or Griot Mongo and Tunes. How you want to slice it.
Look at you. That's when you get your alliteration going.
Alliteration with the constipation.
Nah, I don't want to get no constipation.
With the degradation.
With the proclamation.
The proclamation.
For the nation.
For the Haitians. But yeah, that's it. That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.